Yo, Crypto Nation and mining family, what's going on, guys? It is another FA Saturday with your favorite two mining hosts, Nemesis and Mikkel. Yo, what's up, everybody?
What up?
We got MC in the house dropping those FAs. Yo, we got Jason the Tiger Osborne. What's going on, Tech Man? We got J Red in his house. What's going on, man? Java Hava. Yo, that Doom Miner. And of course, Goblin sliding in on there. I see you. I see you dropping that FA. What's up, everybody?
What is up? I love how a microphone doesn't show up.
Huh?
I love how a microphone doesn't show up. It's like you put my
Oh,
hand
that's
in front of
hilarious.
it.
You must
I
not
catch
be
every-
using a
every
green
now and
screen.
No, it's background replacement.
Right. So it's just like
Yeah.
it's just like, hey, I'm gonna slam it on here.
Every color that's not attached to me
Right.
through NVIDIA broadcasts AI.
Right. Machine
Actually,
learning, it's real.
It's actually a black screen, or a real dark blue. It's really what it is. I mean, it does fairly well. You can definitely tell, especially tonight. It's pretty dark in the office, other than the ring light that's on. But tonight, I don't know. It's a little more challenging, it seems, for whatever reason tonight than normally. Not really sure why, but it is. I can see it flickering more than usual.
You need to water block it and crank it to the max.
Water block all the things.
Right, my shit's water blocked, dude, man. It performs so nicely.
I bet.
I bet you I can sit there and fire up my miner right now. If I were to instead of trying to push 1440p out to OBS, if I tone that down just a little bit, I bet you I can mine.
Robs.
I mean, it is weird to see that the 3080 Ti loses hash rate for being in Windows, but I am using the newer drivers, and that actually has been an issue. So if anybody's noticed a performance degradation since a few drivers on your your personal PC, it's probably a driver issue at this point now. It seems like the 495. I'm able to I get my proper hash rate, but on the 511 driver, I lose about 6 to 7 mega hash now.
Huh. Weird. And what card are you running in your PC now?
I have the 3080 Ti Asus Tough water blocked with active front and back cooling on there. I mean, it's living its life.
I was just curious.
Yeah, it's living its
was now.
Yeah, and that thing, I was in Linux with a stock cooler. I was getting 92 to 93 mega hash on.
Right on. And now you're getting what?
I'm getting about 56 and a half. I'm sorry, 86 and a half.
I mean, some accounting for Windows, and then just for utilizing more headroom.
Right. I was
pulling a lot of video, multiple monitors,
and I had this. And since I put my 1080 Ti that I had in here into the mining rig, I gained 8 mega hash on it.
I mean, it makes sense.
It's like, wow, fuck you, Windows.
Yeah, Windows, and plus, if you think about all the extra monitors, even if you're not using them, it still sees them.
Right. Well, not necessarily.
It's seeing them.
It
takes resources.
It sees
not that it's using it. But it still sees it.
Oh no, this is cool. So my LG monitor that I just got, right? Mm-hmm. If I turn this off, the computer acts like it. What up? My computer acts like the monitor's gone.
That's weird. Yeah,
100%.
none of mine do that. Like if I turn my
Yeah,
mine off, I
my
could still
two.
move my mouse across it, and it
Yeah,
just keeps going. And you're like, oh, where's it at? What screen are we on? How far do we got to come back?
right. And my two Asus monitors are
Yeah.
that way, where
Yeah.
if I turn them off, they're still there. You know. But
Okay, so your one
my
monitor is different for the
yeah, whatever
majority, but still.
reason, and you turn it off, and like you'll watch the other two monitors flicker, and all the icons move, and I'm like, oh, where's what I'm looking for now? Oh no.
You turn it back on and move everything back, and you're
Yeah.
like, oh, okay.
Yeah, then you're like, okay, I have to keep a mental note. This one file moves over here if I turn the monitor off.
Right.
It's hilarious.
Struggles. First world problems.
I know, right? I know.
For sure.
But I am happy to get my Crypto Cloaks filament now. Oof. Ooh. I'll be able to do some PC printing over here soon, because like I'm gonna print the upgrades on it that I need, and at the same time that I'm doing all that, I'm gonna crash course myself with Fusion 360 so that I can make a stand for the front of my computer to take the front cover and move it straight out. Because like the fans are like right up against the glass. I'm like, oh, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah, I hate that they do that. It's like they put it there, and there's really, especially when it's glass. You know, it's kind of like
they were expecting you to put a they were expecting you to put a slimline radiator in there, and I put
and that's not the best thing to do. It's like suffocating a radiator at that point.
I know.
Either way, it's not the smartest design, but yeah,
I know. But the case was designed for putting a slimline radiator in there, and I got the thick boy, which made that I had to put the fans on the other side of the case. It meant that the front cover is now obstructing, and I'm like, there's got to be at least a good inch of distance on there. I need more room.
You were gonna end up making some spacers and everything.
Yeah, but I want to make nice. Yeah, and I want to make it nice too. I want to print one that people are like, damn, you know what you're doing.
Yeah, that almost looks factory.
I'm like, that's what I was going for. Yes, sir. I don't know if I'm going to put all the grates in there, or if I'm just going to leave it as a big opening. Just a big, smooth, rounded opening. I'm going to make it look nice. At least that's my thought.
It's smooth.
As smooth as I can 3D print it. Actually, with some of these pieces.
I'm glad you pulled it out right before I was about to click share screen, so I was about to make you go small.
Like, oh, it's so nice. It's one of my early test prints. Oh.
Minimal layer lines is good.
Oh yeah. 1.1 mil layers.
Mm-hmm. This is flexible. These are where those blocks were this morning. So 12 hours ago. There's the three big.
Oh my god!
There. The
imagine solo mining that.
Round time, okay. Pay attention to that. Look at this bad boy right in the middle.
5 seconds.
That block was found in 5 seconds with 2% luck. 529 ETH. God dang. I think Magic Lucky said he hit the transaction fee for one of these blocks, so he got paid like $3 and something or whatever it was. But yeah, I was like, heck yeah, man, that's cool. Like pure luck, but because he was on flexible.
Nice.
But yeah, man, 556, 529, and 582 or 382. All right after each other. Australia, Europe, and then United States. Like all three regions minus the Asia server. But yeah, man. All three regions back to back to back.
That's nuts.
So the same time this happened was the same time this was kind of posted this morning. Same time gas fees went down this morning. Gas fees went down and they still haven't really gone back up. Like, yeah, those 3 blocks were hit this morning and we've gone back to normal. So gas should have gone up by now. It hasn't. I think maybe this has something to do with it. This morning they were talking about implementing in a new transaction format, an urgency to curb gas fees. This was literally posted this morning, 14:20 this morning. They don't state in this article if it was actually implemented, but from what they're saying, that they want to go to a blob carrying transactions in the near future hard fork, bringing higher scalability to rollups before sharding is complete. So this is going to be before the merge, but not during the merge. And they're going to go with rollups. Now, granted, ZK rollups a few months back, Polygon actually paid a cool couple $1 million to get rollups pushed through on Ethereum. They paid for the development to get it done, which was interesting in my eyes, but doesn't surprise me because Polygon has the most to lose if something goes wrong on Ethereum. All the other layer 2s are layer 2s, so they could go down, but they are their own chain at the same time, so they're not going to be affected the same way Polygon could be affected, because it's a scaling solution for Ethereum. Just like I'm kind of curious of what's going to happen to Polygon when the merge happens. Quite personally, I use Polygon, so I'm watching it closely and trying to follow that because I don't want nothing like fishy going on with funds that I have on Polygon. I'll probably move everything off Polygon right before it happens, just to be safe. Who knows? Better be safe than sorry.
Right. I mean,
yeah,
because
so they're looking at
during any of
rollups.
Some of that stuff I have an issue with too, because like there's so many different projects that are dependent on it. If fucking Ethereum has any issue during any of these launches, they can take out a lot of projects overnight.
Right. So I'm kind of curious. All 3 of these things literally happened at like the same time, in the same time frame. This article was posted, gas fees, and those 3 huge blocks, all timed within the same timeline. You're not saying that like they were coincidences, maybe, but 3 coincidences is that's more than a coincidence sometimes. So that's just like my personal opinion, but I found all that this morning and I thought it was actually pretty interesting. I had a bunch of Flux ETH still on, which is an ERC20 coin. And in order to swap it to Flux, you have to pay ETH for the gas fee. It's the ERC20. This morning when Golden Wolf said he had 37 Gwei set on one of his transactions and it hit and went through. But this morning I actually the huge gas fee dropped and I went in directly after my live stream and sold all of that and swapped it to Flux while the gas was low. And I was like, oh my gosh, I've been waiting for like months, and I mean months, to swap that over. And I was like, thank goodness. But there's the article if you want to read it. It just goes over a long thread that there's on Twitter of Tim Blanco and the Ethereum team that they post updates on. But that was posted on today's update, and I just thought it was kind of interesting.
Yeah, I'm actually like looking at their GitHub here.
Yeah, and if you look at the merger page and everything else, everything was updated this morning. Everything.
Yes, I'm like going through and like trying to find what they changed.
Kind of interesting. It all timed out quite perfectly. It was kind of cool, personally, reading through all of that and learning it. I was like, I mean, that's fantastic. You know, my gas fee was stupid low this morning. Gas fees are still stupid low. If they stay low for like a couple of days, I would probably bet that that's what happened this morning, is that they pushed that through, not really willingly open to the public. Because just with those 3 high blocks, the gas fee would have went down for a little bit, but it should have went back up.
Right.
And would have went back up to well over 100, and we're not even near that. We're sitting at 59, and we've been kind of sitting between like 40-ish and like 70 is where it's been fluctuating all day, which is significantly lower. They lowered it from 16 megabytes down to 3 in a transaction. It's like they lowered like the size, and that would, you know, it's like what, 3 times smaller. So the gas fee is about 3 times lower than it was. Would make some sense, I would think.
To go. See, I'm not seeing anything that they specifically updated though.
Yeah.
Weird.
It's what I'm saying. Like it oddly all correlated at the same time. But just the fact that gas fee hasn't gone back up yet is what makes me scratch my head. If the gas fee gas fee goes up by like overnight, like back to what it was, then obviously it was just a fluke. And the blockchain just took a cool second to catch back up, which would make sense because they would lower the size, whatever. But who knows?
Yeah, because like the master branch was updated 2 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
One by Micah, and then one by LTO.
Right on. So I don't know. We'll see over the next couple of days. Probably next couple of, hopefully over the next couple of hours. If it's over 24 hours and it stays low, I'll start betting on it. Now, of course, it's not going to change anything. Like it shouldn't change anything mining wise either. It would just lower the fee on blocks, because they're going to reduce the size of a block to carry transactions. They're calling it blobbing transactions with ZK rollups. Which is,
yeah, I'd see more conversations with them versus in their GitHub. They got a bunch of conversations in here. No real updates other than like a couple of days ago.
I don't know.
So,
maybe just catch up blocks. Yeah, it's possible. It's possible we're just waiting to catch up. So we'll see. ZK rollups are cool though. If used in specific ways, Vero used to use them as for their ZK Smarts protocol, and that provided private transactions.
yeah, but wasn't there like an issue with it?
Mm-hmm. It wasn't entirely private, but it was definitely more private than like Bitcoin. Bitcoin's transactions now are private. Now there are private transactions, but like, you know, a couple years ago, whenever ZK Snarks was like a big thing, Bitcoin's transactions were not private. You can go look at it. It's a It's a public blockchain.
Well, you can
go
still
look at
still
it.
see all the even to this day
You
still
see the
all-
transactions, but you don't see where they're coming from, and you don't see their designation, but you do see the size and the weight of the transaction, but you don't see where it was going or the address it was coming from, because they shield Snarks has shielded the address with a different address on the chain. So I mean, you could do some digging and go through it and figure out which private address belongs to which actual address. So like, it's not, that's why I said it wasn't entirely private. You could go back and look at it, but it wasn't as easy as looking at a Bitcoin transaction. You can see where all of them go. Like, it's easy to follow them.
Right.
It's very easy to follow. Snarks was not easy to follow.
No.
It was meant to be. It was meant to be that way.
Bitcoin was never
meant to look.
Yeah, Bitcoin was never
saying.
made. They were like, "Oh, you want to know here? Good luck knowing who it is on there." But
yeah, that's the whole point. So now there are private transactions.
I mean, even Monero has its flaws. Like if you receive a Monero, your wallet's exposed for a couple of hours.
Yep.
Your shielded transaction. Your shielded transaction's only good after a few hours, and then it's like, oh, this is something different. What is this?
Nice. 2 1030s. Really, Tech Man? Hope you got a good deal for him. Good evening, DCA Venture. It's Sonia. We're making a video on mining on a 1050 Ti I won on auction on eBay this week. Nice. Hope you got a good deal on it.
Right.
I love the good deals on eBay.
See, I would have ramped up for the 1060 Ti at that point.
If you got it like sub $100, that's a steal of a deal for me. Because you don't find 1050 Ti for less than $100 anymore, and shouldn't be this way.
I know,
the
right?
card is really old. It's 4 gigabytes of RAM. You know,
like it doesn't even meet the standard. It doesn't even meet the standard of your modern AAA games.
No, not really. Not really anymore. I have a 1050 Ti and one of my main laptops. One of my gaming laptops is 1050 Ti, and it's like there's no games being played on that gaming laptop anymore. It is.
It's like
gamed off,
right?
It is gamed off, that's for sure. It's just
fire up a game, you can just hear your.
It is just a glorified laptop at this point. You know, it's just a faster laptop.
Right.
That's it.
Oh wow, we can watch a movie
with RGB on it.
Right.
It's fancy laptop at this point. No, I wouldn't consider it gaming laptop. It's just a fancy laptop. Can't even call it fancy. There's no touchscreen. That'd be fancy.
Yeah, that's how the wife says.
$200 with shipping and handling.
Oof.
I mean, but you live different country than we do, so it's a little different. You can't get cards at all there, like, so it could benefit for you,
right?
Because of your situation. Here, I wouldn't have paid.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That would have been ouch. I was desperate.
I know Jay's been buying 1050 Ti's, but I told him to never pay more than $100 for it, and he hasn't. I think the most he's paid was $100 for one of them. And
right.
I was like,
he's like,
don't pay more than that.
He's like, I should sell them all and get one new modern card. I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't sell them until I actually had one of those new modern cards. And I was like, well, I'm going to replace the money now and go sell the other ones. Okay. But until you got it in hand
first, then sell the others.
Right. Don't be like, I'm not buying it.
You're going to be waiting a while.
Yeah.
I've seen so many people do that. Like, when all the new cards come out, they sold all their rigs to get the new cards and then never got any new cards.
Right.
And then they missed out on
I watched
much mining rewards.
I watched two people get rid of 1070 Ti's because they wanted to get a new modern GPU finally, and they still have no cards.
Oh, Golden Wolf, you're awesome. He says I'm mining Flux with a 1060 laptop, watching you guys and using Nox at the same time. I'm surprised you're using Nox at the same time. That one surprises me a little bit more because Nox is a hog.
70 watts.
That's pretty good, man. It's a good laptop. I mean,
Right.
The 1060.
It's certainly a probably got to be like a furnace coming out the back of the laptop, just breathing fire on your crotch.
3 1050 Ti's. And he goes 53 watts of fun. Dang right, man. They are very low watts.
You see,
very low hash rate too.
Yeah, about the
I
same.
still think they're very efficient in my mind, especially for like building out a rig, depending on the ones you can get, because they don't require external power, so you don't have to like have extra cables. You just have to power the risers. Like building them, very simple, can be cost efficient and power efficient if you can't use a lot of watts. You know what I mean?
But
it's a good rig.
But
I wouldn't like go out of the way to buy one today.
Yeah, I'd be going after a 6600 XT.
It definitely serves its purpose though.
50 to 58 watts at 32 and a half mega hash. Yeah.
If I had no cards and I had kind of high electricity and I had to mine, I wanted to mine and I had to mine, I would use 1050 Ti's. Just
I'd be going after the.
If you had high electricity, no.
Yeah, I'd be going after
like
a 6600 XT.
You could get 1050 Ti's all day long.
Yeah, you get
thing.
AMD cards all day. You get AMD
long.
all day long, bro. I get AMD's quicker than anything else.
It's on full fan mode. FR plus Q. That's right, man.
I would say that it would all depend on budget at that point. You know?
Yeah. You can get them pretty cheap.
Yeah.
I mean, you could probably squeeze out 6 1050 Ti's for maybe around $600, $700, I would say, which is not bad for density wise.
Right.
$600 for six cards. That's pretty good for density.
Right. You're 300 watts in, plus your motherboard,
exactly.
Cooling watt,
That's not a lot of watts.
No.
Easily manageable and not a lot of heat.
And that's what I liked about the 6600 XTs. I was like, ooh,
yep,
they have consistent wattage. They have consistent hash rate. Oh yeah.
You just gotta pay $600.
Even a 600 even a non XT is not bad.
Yeah. They're not bad. That's for sure. I don't disagree with you.
Oh yeah. It just depends on what you want. What you want.
What you have, especially what you have to, like what you have to deal with.
Yeah.
Not so much what you want. I want 3090, but I can't get a 3090. So it doesn't matter what I want. But I can get, 3060s, 3070s, 3060 Ti's. Like that is doable and manageable for me. I need density and somewhat efficient. Somewhat. I don't need like crazy efficient, but somewhat efficient would be nice. But that's me. That's my mining situation.
I keep on looking at this Kingpin water block edition.
Oh, do you see that they're releasing a Kingpin 3090 Ti possibly?
Possibly.
Yeah,
possibly.
I was like,
I
can only imagine the price tag that they're about to drop on that thing for like $5,000-$6,000.
Oh, that's the scalper price for sure.
It's gonna be like buying a used
it'll
car.
It'll be like $3,500 card, dude. Yeah, it'll be like buying a decent used car, dude.
Where have we come, guys? This is not okay anymore. Like, at what point is buying?
I kind of want one.
Buying a GPU and a used car almost the same thing nowadays.
I kind of want one. Is that really bad?
No, it's not. I mean, why wanting a cool used car isn't a bad thing either. So I mean, neither one are a bad situation here.
No, not at all, dude.
Both are worth value.
Right, and both potentially can make you money, either getting to a job or just working for you at home.
Yeah, I mean it's. Man, we've come a long way.
It's like whatever happened whenever I was buying 1070 Ti's for $400, and they were only like a year or two old.
Yeah, man. Bitcoin ASICs now cost the same price as new cars.
Yeah, $1,100 for an ASIC. It's like, what'd you say? Did you just say that 11 with 3 zeros? What?
If you're lucky.
No, that's standard price. If you get them directly from Bitmain, it's just under 10 grand each. I've got offers out there fucking for the S19 Pro 11.5 each. It's like, man, 2 of those equal a car, bro.
Basically.
And they're like, yeah, but 2 of these will make more than that car will. And I'm like, touche.
Touche. But which depreciates faster?
Well, I would say the car, because as soon as you drive it off,
yep, for sure.
as soon as you drive the car off the lot, it becomes a used car.
True.
It's like a $5,000 haircut just to drive it off the lot. They're like, what happens if I tow it? Still used car, done. It's like, there's no miles on there.
You know, preventative maintenance.
Right.
Replace the thermal pads and thermal grease, you know. Like changing the oil, rotating the tires. Good shit. What a world it's become. America.
And I'm still trying to get this
my water bottle.
Still trying to get this grid seed miner to work with my my rock pie. That's a pain in the ass, dude.
I haven't given you issues, huh?
Oh, it has been, because I don't want to give up my Raspberry Pi to do it. It wants me to use the Raspberry, and I'm like, no, I have the same software, just Rock Pi version. Yeah. So the libraries don't want.
Nerd.
What up?
Libraries don't want to build, right?
Yeah. And I don't know if it's just a thing with if it's the Rock Pi software not agreeing with it, or is like, do I have to find an older distribution of the Rock Pi OS because the libraries are out of date to be able to do this? Because I'm looking on repositories from GitHub that are like 8 years old, dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sometimes it's a little bit harder to do that.
Yeah. It might be it might not be able to be done, dude. I get close.
I have not do miner. I have not. I've seen Serpents actually. He's like live, or he's premiering a video about it right now with T-Rex miner and dual mining. That T-Rex miner's released something now too. I've heard that dual mining ton and ETH has actually yielded like 30 to 40% more yield.
Well, you're making up for what you're losing on the card already.
Yep, which is essentially, the best way to go.
Right.
With the LHR cards, as you're using what's what's still left on the table, because there is like plenty left on the table of LHR cards. We all know this. For every aspect, not even just for mining, even for gaming, there's still some left on the table.
Oh
the cards
my God,
are
yeah.
severely limited.
Yeah, bad. And it's like, and now they're moving on to the 4000 series, and it's like, oh yeah, look at this. They're gonna fucking bring out the 4000 series and be like, yeah, you have this small issue that you wish you had a little more performance. Here's the new card. Thank you. It's the Apple motto.
Yep.
It's not the card's fault. It's the programmer and your fault. Why do you push the limit? You know, it's like Apple beats up their customers and then blames them for breaking their shit. Be like, no, it's not a design issue. It's you that did this. This is always your fault.
More about to drop too, I bet. No, it's just the beginning for stuff like this. I'm gonna get my water bottle.
You know what? Go get your water bottle. So, oh God, I'm gonna be this week. I'm gonna be putting together a video on crypto and hot rods. Of course, I'll use time to do a shameless plug. I've got a server case that's gonna come apart. It's gonna be the first time it's been opened in 1 year. Temperatures are great, but I guarantee you this thing is a dust pig, guys. It has been a full year. I'm going to be opening this thing up, and everybody's going to be able to see live on Crypto and Hot Rods what happens to a mining rig if you were to just turn it on and walk away. You know, not recommended. I have been monitoring this thing highly, at least every day to every other day, for runaway temperatures. I've got watchdogs set up on there. I mean, I've got all the stops on there in case something happens. But this week I'll be pulling apart this rig. Oh my God, I guarantee you that that there's going to be no cooling fins visible on this thing, man. There's got to be dust bunnies and like little bugs in there, something. It's been sitting to the left of my window, so we'll see how badly the moisture has affected it since I have encapsulated this thing there. Yo, we got DogeLord coffee in his house coming in with all that drip. Don't delay. Get your drip today, guys. Buy the drip. Buy the drip. But yeah, so this, I don't know how bad it is. I can only just imagine how dusty this thing has got to be. I like the CPU cooler's got to be just clogged on it. All of this stuff. What GPU's in the case? Aha, good question. So it is going to be a mix of 1070 and 1070 Ti's that have been in a 5.5U. So it's got enough room for 12 GPUs in the upper deck, and then it's got enough room in the lower section for the motherboard and power supply and any other peripherals you might have plugged into the motherboard itself. But yeah, this thing has not been out of its case in forever. You know, it's been a full year. It's time to crack this dusty boy open and see what would happen. I'm so curious to do this, man. I mean, Mikhail, have you ever left a rig alone for a year? I'm gonna be doing that this week. Yeah, you got no sound.
I said no, but then I said yes. I've dusted a rig but my FPGA rig, I didn't like mess with any of like the coolant, the water, like none of that for about a year, and it grew algae when it shouldn't have. So yes and no, because I've cleaned the dust off it, to make sure that it kept it cool. But then I started, and of course, the whole thing that we've all talked about before. But
Nerds
I didn't touch the water for like a year, so yes and no.
Nerds like, send me those 1070s. They deserve better treatment, and I can provide that for them. Well, they've been sitting in a server case.
Nerd.
They
helped me clean a rig that was untouched for over 13 months.
Nice.
That I did. It was 100% untouched for 13 months, and I helped him clean it, like full clean it, and like full deep dive on it, right? Repaste, rethermal, all of it, like untouched, and it was doing fine before I touched it. Just throw that out there, like it was doing perfectly fine before I touched it. It was doing better after we touched it, and like got it all cleaned up, of course, but it was still doing good. Do ASICs count? No, ASICs don't count. Those things are like meant to be abused. I don't know what it is. But they're meant for it, and they deserve it.
They let you know when it's time to clean them. They really do. You watch.
Screw you.
Yeah, they just thermal throttle. It's like bink in. I'm like, oh, yeah, we have to take that one apart.
Quarter the hash.
Yeah, you're like, I got to clean that one. Let's just go ahead and turn that off right now before it burns up.
Good times.
But yeah, I mean, I don't usually touch.
Was FA for Jeremy?
Yeah, so I mean, this one, I don't know. I forget exactly when I put them into the case. I'd have to sit there and actually go through my videos and find when I did the build on the server case for this.
Mm-hmm.
And that will tell me how long it's been. I know it's been over a year.
Yeah. The temps and fan speeds were much lower after. Same hash rate though. Yep.
I've had no.
We're definitely happier.
I've had no temp difference. The fan speeds are consistent. No temp difference. I've been thoroughly impressed with putting them into server cases. I've got 6 deltas in there. I mean, this thing is moving some fucking air, dude.
Yeah, I mean that's a little different.
Right. I mean, I basically put them into an ASIC container.
Yeah. The rig that I cleaned was an open air rig. I was full open air, so.
Yeah.
No real animal. There was like not a bunch of animals. So I mean, like if. No. Maybe. No. Maybe. I don't know. That was a long time ago. It's been quite a few years. But yeah. Yeah, so it was an open air rig, so susceptible to the dust, human skin, dead human skin, all over the rig.
Right.
I remember talking to my kid about first time about talking about dust, and they're like, "Oh, it's dust." I was like, "You know what dust is, right?" They're like, "No," and I'm like, "It's human skin, dead."
Not all of it, but
I know it is just ew. Yep. Want to take a trip with me and do 3 more rigs that haven't been touched in 14 months? Oh yeah, sounds fun. Sounds like a grand old time.
It's like John's like, I'm the airflow guy. It's like, yes, I am.
Playing with rigs is fun.
I'm all about going, well, you can overcome everything with more airflow. Oh, you're overheating and it's dirty? More airflow.
More airflow. What about cleaning it? Nah, just more airflow.
More airflow. We're good to go. Call it
if you want to clean it, that'll help, but more airflow will be better.
Right.
You can clean it and add more airflow, and you'll be even better. Like you'll notice an amazing.
It gives you an excuse to like crack it open to upgrade it because you're going to give it more airflow.
These Bach fans with MRV13 filters. Yeah, that's the super microbacterial filters. They won't let like hardly any dust in.
Right.
Those things are very useful.
Very restrictive.
Can be.
Need more airflow. But then you need
You need more airflow. Here
and
we
then
go,
but then you hit that point where you're like, man, I gotta like make some framing, and somebody's gonna be like, why? And I'll be like, I got so much airflow, I suck the filters in.
Yeah,
We got good airflow now.
I had to put in some cross bridges. Why?
Right.
Filter doesn't get sucked in. Why? More airflow.
Right. I mean, have you ever been
I need
in
to add more airflow, so I don't want to like suck the filter in.
You ever been in a dragster? They put cross bracing in the front windshield because you have a lot of airflow.
Yeah, exactly. More airflow.
Right. Have you ever seen a windshield pop out at 200 miles an hour? I have. It goes like 400 feet up in the air. It looks like. It's like wow! Look at that bad boy go. I've seen doors do that, hoods do that.
Hope that's plexiglass.
Right. It's like wow, more airflow. He's aerodynamic now. Take out the back window.
If it hasn't already.
Oh man,
they're coming straight through.
Oh dude, I've watched back windows pop and they're like 57 Bel Airs and stuff. Original glass all over the track, and you're like, oh, that's just as bad as an oil out.
So then when you see the front windshields go up in the air, you're like, hope it's plexiglass.
Yeah, exactly.
They're coming down and there's about to be a bunch of glass all over the track.
Right.
And there's nothing worse than oil glass.
Yeah. It's like I'd rather deal with oil than glass,
Yeah, you're likely to you're more likely to walk away from oil.
Yeah.
Hitting glass and shredding your tires at like 200 miles an hour, not something you want to do.
Oh no.
No tires, nothing to stop.
Right.
Metal on concrete. You're not stopping.
Yeah, you're gonna hope that you got a good parachute.
Like you're on ice.
Yeah, you're gonna use a big parachute to try to be like, yeah, we're gonna stop this thing from fishtailing. Anchor.
Big parachute.
It stops that airflow.
Stops the airflow. Correct. Big parachute stops airflow. How do you get past your parachute? More airflow. The bigger parachute.
Right. Add another one. Another one.
Yeah, 2 parachutes.
Another one. Go for pro status. 3 parachutes at 60 feet.
Those big long funny cars, man. They use the triple parachutes, man.
Yeah, and they're
got the big triples, night.
And those cords that on the parachutes are like 60 feet. Like you pull it. And like I was talking to one of those guys, he's like, you pull it right as you're getting to the end of the track. He's like, don't worry, it ain't gonna slow you down at all. It has to open up before that happens. You'll be way past that finish line. I was like, what?
John Jermaine. Because my HVAC was sucking in the filters when I was using almost HEPA filters.
Yeah.
Less airflow.
Yeah.
Less airflow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to rent a place that did that. They would, if you put in the cheap filters, man, like if there's any give in that filter, it would want to suck it right up into the system, and you're like, but then you don't want to buy like the super stiff ones because then they cut off all the airflow. No happy medium with those.
Nope, not at all.
Golden Wolf using metal filters. Yep, metal filters are helpful. You can just spray them off.
Yep.
You just have to do that a lot. So if you don't mind doing that a lot, yeah. Have you ever seen a double pop? The windshield flies off, that blows out the rear glass. Yeah.
Yep. I've seen him
That's
where
what happens when someone wants to run like 6s and they're running original glass in their car.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Or they're hitting their 6 for the first, or they're hitting the 6 for the first time, and they realize that their front windshield didn't have enough bracing behind it.
And it goes in, and the back window goes out.
Yeah. The
And then
coolest
it
one.
just sucks all the glass out, which is nice for you because then it's less painful for you because it happens all at once.
Right.
But a lot of people mad.
The coolest one that
A
I
lot
saw.
of dust all over the track.
What was the front windshield popped off? It went over the wall into the grass, and the dude's door flew off, hit the side of the barrier, and then cartwheeled across the track. I was like, wow, that
Chiefs lost a few doors, man.
I'm like, that's a good one.
The door ones are like intense because like the windows don't break, nothing breaks, but a door gets sucked, like pushed right off, and you're just like the insane cabin pressure that probably happened at that one moment that that driver felt.
Oh yeah,
like if that door came off, like he felt every bit of that. Just especially when the door, like as soon as the door goes off, I imagine that you just. I mean, I don't know. Most people don't like just kind of like because it's a lot of pressure to suck one of those doors off. It's a lot.
Yeah, usually what ends up the reason why that happens is
not to like suck it off. It doesn't stay on.
Well, they modified the door pin so they could take it off. And then they've got a safety latch that's on there. And if the safety latch is loose or they didn't set the safety latch like they're supposed to.
Good freaking stuff.
I've seen that a lot. Doors just, boop, there it goes. He has become lightweight and a little less aerodynamic. Less airflow. I'm like, he's not going to be racing with that door tonight.
Duct tape back on. Seen that more than once.
Yeah. I've seen people welding the doors shut at the track going, I'm going to run anyway.
Carbon fiber doors, you can't weld those back on.
No.
You just duct tape the shit out of it. Duct tape shut and hope for the best.
Right? Oh my God. Too much airflow. That's usually whenever it, starts whistling at 200 miles an hour. Not good. What 3 block, yo? Well, the Flux got 3 blocks at over 500 Ethereum each. And now the payouts have been shit ever since. Bird's asking about the 3 blocks.
The payouts haven't been shit. Payouts are the same.
Yeah.
Payouts went back to normal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 3 ginormous ETH blocks. See if I can find them. 6 hours ago, 7 hours ago, 8 hours ago, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 hours ago.
Nerd's like, what?
Scroll back far time for that one. Yeah, there you go, nerd. So 13 hours ago, the US bull hit a block for 382 ETH. Then with a 5-second round time, the EU hit one for 529, almost 530 ETH in a block with 2% luck. That one like astonishes me. And then another one for 556 ETH as well. And they were all back to back to back. Freaking crazy.
Hells yeah.
And then ETH gas dropped down to like, I think it was like 30. The lowest I've seen was like 32 Gwei. Was the lowest I've personally seen.
All right, but now, well, you got it.
And I did too. I moved what ETH I had. I had an ERC20 token that was I've been holding for, I don't know, probably like 3 months now. I mean, the value of the token was definitely higher than it was 3 months ago, so it was still a solid move. But I was waiting for gas fees to be low, and they were definitely low. And I mean, they're still pretty low. They're around 59 Gwei still. Still. Oh no, 64. 64 now. I refreshed again. Still, that's not that bad. It was well over 100 yesterday. But the fact that the gas is still low makes me wonder. Hydro nodes maybe. But they posted something this morning about the ZK rollups with blob transactions this morning. So I don't know if that went live, but it's very possible. If they did, it would gas prices would stay low. If they stay low for like the next couple of days, I would assume that that's what they did for the blob transactions and the ZK rollups. At least the blob transactions, because that's something that they could roll out without having to hard fork. Rollups they would have to hard fork for, and we would definitely know about that. If a hard fork happened, we would definitely know about that.
Dude, the whole community would be like all talking about it. Oh my god.
Yeah. Flux ADA, yeah, Flux ADA. That'll be a thing. Not this snapshot, but the snapshot after maybe. I'm not sure. But it is on the list. They just added a new one to the list this morning too. So we should need more snapshots. I'm all for. But yeah, so we'll see how the next couple days play out. If the gas fees stay low, I would consider that they initiated the blob transactions. Be highly inclined that they might have.
Depends on how long it stays like this.
Yeah, so it should be cool because blob transactions would keep it lower, but they need you need the ZK rollups to keep it low. Those two things work together. They need to work together simultaneously. Blob can work for a short amount of time if the network wasn't as big as Ethereum's network is. If it was like a smaller coins like network, you could get away with it a lot longer. But Flux does not need to fork for the bridge to work. No, not Flux. I'm talking about ETH. Flux removed ZK rollup. They had to remove ZK snarks because of they didn't want to be deemed a security for the US. So did Bureau when they did fork, they removed it the same thing as well, due to regulations in the US being deemed a security. Oh, for sure. When that does go live, you would be able to learn. It'll be quite a few months before Flux ADA launches. I know May is the snapshot of the next is the date of the next snapshot. It's May 5th. So quite a few months away already for just those two, and that's going to be AVAX and Luna. So lots to do. For sure. As well as you can smash the like button and the subscribe button and that bell notification. See anytime that we go live here, post videos. We would greatly appreciate that. If you want any of that free knowledge, you can head down into the Discord. You want any coffee? You can get your drip on down in the description down below as well. Get some DogeLord coffee. Don't delay. Brew today.
Right. Or if you feel unfashionable in any way, shape, or form, DogeLord.com's got you covered there for all your favorite wares. DogeLord.com. Don't delay. Buy today.
DogeLord out there killing it.
Right. He's got his fucking hustle on. He's got his grind on.
Proof of grind.
Right. Literally and figuratively. Damn.
100%. May 5th gonna be huge. It will be, man. The Flux Luna is pretty interesting because Luna is a ecosystem that is mainly strived towards stable coins. So that one kind of interests me a little bit. Of like,
isn't that like the what is it, V for Vendetta thing?
Terra Luna.
Well, the May 5th or whatever for V for Vendetta.
Oh yeah, it's Cinco de Mayo as well.
Right.
If I'm not mistaken. What pool makes the most coins in the wallet nowadays? Huh?
The all-in-one wallet solution? I don't know.
Zelcore. I use Zelcore for almost everything nowadays. Remember the 5th of November.
Oh, it's the 5th of November. Yes.
Osborne.
It was like the fifth that's like popped up in my head. That's all I can remember.
No, Cinco de Mayo, I think. Has NiceHash added Flux into effect. I don't think it's like live yet. I know that they are implementing the Flux hash on NiceHash, which I'm not that thrilled about. But I'm also kind of thrilled about because people won't stop using Miner Pool for their desired pool to mine on. So Miner Pool has over 50% of the hash rate. And no matter what you do, even Flux themselves have said it on their own Discord channel 10 billion times to move fucking pools. No one's doing it. So, yeah, it's kind of stupid. Just because everyone wants to be lazy and not change their default miner configs.
Yeah.
Like the same thing that was with Raptorium. Default miner config was Flock pool. And where was all the hash rate? Flock pool.
All people look at it, go in there like, oh yeah, wallet address. We're good. Fire it up.
Fire it up. So I would, as much as I despise NiceHash, them adding Flux.
Oh, he's talking about what pool has the most.
Most coins.
Yeah.
That's a hard one. But yeah, I don't know. I finished the thought in my head. NiceHash adding Flux could be beneficial to balance out some hash rate because all the real plebs will flock to NiceHash and go mine it for BTC. So it could help balance out the hash rate. Unfortunately, it could be a double-edged sword.
With putting sell pressure down.
Yeah, so it could be a double-edged sword at this point. It could help and hurt at the same time. Unfortunately, much as I don't want to say that, this case we kind of need something else the plebs to go to, so they would stop using other pool, the main pool. Did I hear a call for hash rate? Yeah, they tried. Nobody listened. I'm not even on Miner Pool. I went to actual Flux Pool, like the actual developer pool, and they don't have hardly near the hash rate. Miner Pool's still sitting at cool 52%. Feel like it went even higher after they said everybody to move.
No, you ain't not gonna do to tell me what to do. I'll show you.
I'll add more hash rate.
Right, I had this other rig mining this other shitcoin speculatively. Now I'm gonna put it on there.
Yeah, I know, dude. Miner. It's a terrible analogy, but it was useful for the point. He said Flock Pool is literally better than all the other pools, though. I know it was a bad analogy because all the other pools suck and steal hash rate and steal coins. So Flock Pool is your best and really only option, but it's also the default by miners. So it's like that was the point.
It's the same issue with like Aeon, with Aeon Pool.tech being the best pool. Of course, has the most on it. because it's like the
Flux
only
has
honest
other good
pool.
pools though. There are, like the actual Flux Labs pool, there's
Right.
miner pool, and there's other pools that actually all of them pay out parallel assets too. So like you're not gonna lose the bonus hash rate going to those pools.
Right.
You would still get paid
You
the
just
same.
your intervals might be a little longer, but you still make the same in the long run.
Yep, and they're all custom payout pools, so you could set your own payout just the same as you would want it on the other pool. It's pretty simple, but I guess it's not that simple for some people.
Well, you gotta think, some people, it's like, I don't know how many people I've come across. Oh yeah, I didn't set this up, my buddy did. And I'm like, and you never learned how? You never showed me. I'm like, you never learned how, and you've got this?
I think the
Why?
best one I got was, I think the best help, one of the best ones I did was I helped somebody out. They first mining rig, they had it set up. They couldn't figure out, they've been mining for a month now, and they couldn't figure out why they weren't getting a payout. Their friend had to help them set it up. Yeah, well, their friend didn't tell them that they were using their own wallet address to set it up. So that person that was mining for their friend for like well over a month and letting them pay out. And may I mind, this rig was not like 1060s. I mean, like at the time, I'm talking like 1080 Ti's, like full 8-card rig of 1080 Ti's at the time. So I mean, not like a little payout. Like, dude probably copped like a good half or a full Ethereum off him for like a month's worth of mining. I don't know if they're still friends, but wow. I'm sure they had a heated discussion after I left.
Oh, I'm sure. Wow. You always gotta stay frosty.
That was the best one to date. So always check your fucking miners. Always check your miner stuff. Even on Hive, I check my own stuff all the time. I go back in and I look at it and just check it. Just to be safe. I check my mining stuff all the time, just to be safe.
Nothing wrong with it.
Nothing wrong with it. It's peace of mind for myself.
Right. Totally normal. Nothing to see here, guys.
Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here.
But damn. I'd be so salty though if that ever happened.
Yeah, man. I was like, wow, like I was like, this is my wallet address. Like, that's not your wallet address, man. And he goes, what? And then you look it up, and there's a rig, and he goes, oh, there's his rigs, because he picked them out by the name because they were named. And I was like, well, here's how you change that. You go have yourself a discussion that I have no part of. Stay frosty. Here's how you fix it. There you go. Watch your shit. Now you know why you weren't getting paid out for a month.
Right.
Check pools daily. 100% Golden Wolf. I think it was probably I don't even go and check charts first thing in the morning.
No, it's rigs.
I go and check rigs. I get up.
We're like, oh shit, my babies have been overnight unsupervised.
I think it's probably like my last 3 to 4 years of my life was wake up, check rigs, then check prices of coins, and then read news. It's probably what my life has been over the past 3 to 4 years.
Yep.
No Flux ASICs. Flux is ASIC resistant. It can't be an ASIC for Flux.
I wouldn't say that. It's just not economically feasible for someone to do the research and development for it.
They would definitely spend way more money than
what
it would be worth.
I mean, if you call that ASIC, it's like everybody's like, oh, I'm ASIC resistant. If you can get an FPGA on there, your ASIC.
There's no FPGAs on it either.
Not yet.
And I wish.
Because
I've talked with peoples, and the people say no, just due to the way the algorithms wrote. If it was still a more Equihash related coin, which it still is, it's still an Equihash coin, but it's modified.
Right.
It being modified is what makes it difficult.
Right. There's no real
Not
advantage if you make it right
Yeah,
now.
no.
That's the problem. The payout's not good enough.
Probably would take you at least 4 years of R&D development to even do it. Maybe.
Yeah,
And
it's
a lot of
hard
money.
it's hard to say that, but yeah, I mean, it's just not economically feasible in the long run right now. If Flux hit, $1,000 a coin, people would be like, "Huh, can we do it?"
I don't think it's possible. From knowing what I know, I don't think it's possible. Could they do it? Maybe. Would it take them a very, very, very long time? Yes. Years. Years. And lots of money to do it. Not worth it. I wish, though. If we get past, we start touching, HBM, 4 memory, we'll talk more about it.
That's around the corner. We already got HBM3.
Maybe 5 or 10 years we'll have the technology available.
No, we have HBM.
Still have to do the R&D to do it.
We have HBM3 already, so I mean, HBM4 is now around the corner.
Yeah, but it's got to be efficient. HBM3 is not efficient yet. It's double the efficiency. They're still working the kinks out. I think there's still more on the table for it. So they're still working the kinks out.
You're talking
I agree. I wish they would too. They probably will, to be honest. I honestly wouldn't doubt it. With Crypto.com bringing out DeFi, their own DeFi Crow space.
Not only that, too, the Crypto.com having Crypto.com Stadium now in Florida. I mean, that's big too.
Yeah. But with them having DeFi and with Flux being almost all of their parallel assets are tied to DeFi just because of the parallel asset aspect of being on different chains. So probably that's a safe bet. I only know of Polygon, Avalanche, Luna, ADA, and Atom. And there's one other I can't think of off the top of my head. There's 6 before they added Luna this morning. Matic, AVAX, Atom, ADA, and Polkadot. And then now Luna. So that's 7. So I definitely wouldn't phase out Crow. It'd be a no-brainer in my mind of what they're building, and in branding standpoint, it makes sense. That'd be cool though.
You don't trust any .com over there.
I don't really care for Crypto.com, but for what they're building and what Flux does, probably I could foresee them doing that.
And to me, I don't really care if it's a .com or a .io or a .tech or .whatever, .Joe Mama. I don't give a hell what it is.
I trust it's just a .Joe Mama.
I probably would too. But it's
for the laws.
I know, right? It'd be a meme in itself, dude. But to me, it's just the .coms were first gen ownership. Everything else is just second and third markets doing stuff on the same setup, different company.
Mm-hmm.
Still tracked, still governed. No difference, just different flavor.
Just different flavor.
Right.
Just a different flavor of centralization.
Right. It's I remember when the .com bubble popped. People were buying the stupidest thing. I mean, people were going through the dictionary and buying just words linked together. They're yeah, monkey.com. Somebody's going to buy that. Like, and monkey.com goes for what, $4.5 million or something like that. I was like, get the hell out of here.
If I had been a little older back then. I was knee-high to a grasshopper back then.
Right. And I was looking at it going, why the hell is everybody like all up in arms over this? It's words with a .com. Who cares? Yeah, I was stupid. I could have bought some for like $100. Imagine the guy buying Amazon.
That guy.
And that same guy selling it for so cheap in the beginning.
Hey, dang nerd. He says .commercial means it used to take money. It used to take wealth from you. I can only imagine that a .commercial.
Oh yeah. Well,
is taking wealth from you. If you still use it, yeah, probably. Probably mining Monero.
Oh yeah. Why is my computer running so warm lately? Everything's slow.
I'm gonna go to this one website. Why is this one website using up all of my resources?
Right?
Yeah, there's probably a reason for that. Probably my name and error.
Oh yeah. As I was like doing research on it, and it's kind of a funny story. My baby brother. So as I'm doing research on mining and crypto and stuff like that, he's like, "Hey, I found a Monero miner." He's like, "I should download it and check it out and see if I can mine to it." He downloads it. And he's trying to, set up the wallet so it's mine to his wallet. And he's like, "Man, I can't get this thing to work." And then a couple of days later, it's like, "Man, my computer's slow as hell, dude." I come up over to it. I go to CPU. He's like, 100%. I'm like, the hell you got running? He's like, I don't know. You go up to it and you see the Monero miner fucking running in the background. I'm like, what the hell did you download? I'm like, this is why I didn't download anything.
Bad. All bad.
Oh, dude, it was
There was a WordPress plugin I would mine Monero for you, and you could just put it on your WordPress site, and as soon as you went into the site, it would mine that user's computer for Monero before they finally took it off of the marketplace. But it was there for a long time.
Like, yeah, you don't want to pay for looking around? Well, you're gonna pay.
Yep, you're gonna pay with your resources.
Yep.
You left your website open and you walked away from your computer all day. We thank you.
Right? Thank you for the tip.
Thank you for the tip. Oh, you didn't buy anything? Don't worry about it. Thanks for the tip anyway.
Right.
It was ingenious, to be honest.
Oh, he's nerds
But
talking about the helium.
Went about it the wrong way.
Right.
No, so about the mining Monero with like WordPress, like against like sites. It was a great idea. Like, to be honest, like just people go about it the wrong way.
There's still sites with it running.
Yeah, I know. People just go about it the wrong way. But a lot of people don't really even know nowadays. They just like, oh, my computer's running slow from this one website, and then they just close the website, and all of a sudden it's running better again. So they just think it's just the website, just running their computer slower.
They're like, it is. Man, this one's coded wrong. It's like, no, it's probably not coded wrong.
I might have a bright future. I don't know, man. I really don't know.
Yeah.
I try not to follow, I follow enough helium mining to get by because I have a few helium miners, but I don't know. It's not really mining. Kind of like proof of stake validating at this point.
Almost like they're trying to mesh network.
No, they are. That's what they were. That's what it was designed to do, was make a mesh network, which is cool. I like mesh networks.
And now they're talking about really like an upgraded antenna array system and stuff like that. I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting.
Like mesh networks are cool, really cool technology, really really open, and needs to be trusting of everybody on it, which of course is hard to do.
Right.
So that double-edged sword.
Oh yeah. Raptorium. I think that's more hype than anything
They've
else.
been doing pretty cool. They've been doing some cool stuff here recently, but I don't really know. My helium miner pays for half of my electric bill. I believe it. If you own your helium miner, I bet it does. You could hit a good block. You could be a good day and get good payouts. I don't doubt it. I don't own all of my hotspots, so I don't know that life. Though I did get one of the hotspots upgraded from 20% to 50% rewards because it's been up for so long with good connectivity. So that's a bonus for.
Are you talking about the one that I've got here?
I think it's yours, yeah. I think yours is like the best uptime. That it's being awarded 50% instead of 20%. We'll see. I know none of the other ones I have has it. Tiger Osborne says, "Name what pool are you using for your S9?"
I've still got it up onto the same pool I've had it on for like the longest time, which is F2 pool.
Yep.
Same thing with the mini Doge I got.
I've been using pool in for the ASICs that I have, which is nice.
Of us.
It's been nice so far.
One of us.
I know, man.
How's that ASIC life treating you?
Pretty good.
It's like less muss and fuss. You like plug in a power cable, you put in an address, and point the miner. And it's like yum 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 yum
Yep. Pooling, I like them. I like so far because it will, any coin that you mine on there, you can get converted into Bitcoin. So I can mine like right now with my mini Doge, I'm mining Litecoin, and you're getting paid in Dogecoin. But inside of their settings, I have the option to auto convert my Dogecoin at the end of the day into Litecoin. I don't have to keep the Dogecoin, which I've been doing and making very good payouts. It auto converts the Dogecoin at the end of the day right into Litecoin. Works out really well. Payouts are really good, especially days that Dogecoin pumps up. End of the day, sells out, and you're like, oh, hey, look at that, got a nice little payout. But I do have the option to sell all of it for Bitcoin at the end of the day, which is a really cool feature. Personally, it's a nice feature to add if you don't want to mine some of the stuff. And they have, ironically, all of the miners for Gold Shell are on that pool. Sciacoin, Starcoin, CKB, all of them. They're all on pool in. I was like, all right, I see you. I see what you're doing over here. Shits for bits. I get it.
all day long.
Yep. So it's nice. It's a nice option to have that, I think.
Yep, and Gold Shell is sold out of everything.
Yep. If you sign up for the newsletter, you'll get like a 5-minute warning before Twitter does. That's about all you get. You get 5 minutes ahead of Twitter. Sometimes you don't get any minutes ahead of Twitter. I've seen them post at the same time. But it's helpful now, some of them, because they're password locked, so they'll send you the email with the password on it, and you can go into the website and type it in, and it kind of gives you like that little bit of leeway faster than the people on Twitter, because then they gotta go and like look at it and then get the password and go. So you get like a little bit of head start because you get a link you can click, and they don't. So
Right.
kind of helps, but still not. Still not, like, it helps defeats the bots whenever they password protect them, because I wish a lot of people did that, because it kind of helps, especially if you change the password every time you do one. Kind of a no-brainer, but no one else can figure that one out. Talking to you, Best Buy.
They're like, what you talking about, friend? Hey, friend, why you talking shit, friend?
Sign up for the newsletter. Do you want to receive a drop for this? Yeah, well, we'll send you a exclusive password whenever the drops come out. And you got to type it in order to buy it. Password changes every week. Good luck. That'd be fantastic. Oh, the bots can't do that now because they have to like have a password that they don't have access to yet.
Right.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
It gives you 0.2 of a second before the bots come in.
I mean, it'd give you longer than that because the bots wouldn't know the password to begin with. They wouldn't know it until like right of the sale. So unless someone's gonna be programming a bot like ASAP, I don't know, man. Seems like it'd be a more efficient way to do things, but
hey man, if you got the bot already like ready to fire in, and it's just saying, hey, I just need these 2 bits of information, and I'll get it for you.
And I'll get it for you. No problem.
We're like, all right, here you go. It's yours, sir. Good boy.
For a wallet that was Zcoin into Firo. Don't think so anymore. I think they stopped that like 6 or 7 months ago. Because they gave people like, I don't know, like a year and a half, almost 2 years to convert. I know Aeon did the same thing. They gave people like 4 years to convert from ERC20 to Aeon, and then they finally said, it's been 4 years. If you haven't done it by now, sorry about your fucking luck. You know what? Nowhere supports it anyway, so I don't know why you're still holding it.
Hey man, you get stuff. You get stuff that on it, like you know, like Bitcoin private, you know.
Yeah. Bullshit website always gets sold out within 5 minutes. Yeah, they only password protect like the big ones, the ones that are like $20,000. You know, the ones that they don't want bots buying. Unfortunately, they don't password protect the boxes. Except for the KD box. They will password protect the KD box. They still sell that one for like $5,000. Just because it's extremely profitable. It used to cost the same price as all the other boxes. $700. Now it costs like $5,000 because it's extremely profitable and very efficient for 200 watts. There's not another one like it.
Oh yeah.
I'd wish they'd drop a Bitcoin box. That'd be cool. I wouldn't even care if it was like super profitable. Just a 200 watt Bitcoin miner would be amazing for the market, I think. People would buy those things like hotcakes because they could run an ASIC, a Bitcoin ASIC in their house for 200 watts. It's surprised no one's done it yet. Market would eat that crap up. I'd buy one. I'd put that bad boy on solo too for 200 watts. That'd be a solo miner, solo Bitcoin block. Maybe you get lucky, be rich like that other guy with those 4 USB ASICs got lucky. ridiculous. That dude probably laughing all the way to the store. Like, sucker.
Right.
My parents said I ain't shit. You ain't gonna mind nothing with those little 4 USB sticks. Watch me. Saving for an L3 Plus, wait for the price to go down. Man, ain't that a
I know,
turn of ain't that a turn of events,
$2
man?
a pop now. It's like, oh my god. I picked them up for $100 a pop. I sold them for $100 a pop. I mean, I lost nothing.
Right, like you didn't lose anything, but you're like, $2,000 a pop now? Like, geez, like people are desperate.
Right? That's true FOMO right there.
I mean, even Bitcoin, even the S9's got like increased in value. Like, they're not like L3 plus status. I mean, those were like, it's like buying a 1080 Ti nowadays. You know, you're paying more than MSRP.
Oh my god, yeah. And
For
they're used.
You know was used.
They're used. You can't get new. Unless somebody's been sitting on one for this whole time and never used it, and I'm going to be like, that guy was a fool.
And you better sell the thing for more than MSRP. If he didn't, he is a fool. Just want an L3 Plus. Is that too much to ask for? Yes, it is.
Right? It might be.
Right now it is. It's just ridiculous. Things like that can be so expensive.
I know, considering so old, like, man. In my desk, here it is. I've got the software here for the L3 Pluses to put them in power efficient mode. Still to this day, right next to me.
Yes, they do have a mini Bitcoin ASIC, but it's a single chip ASIC. It's not.
It's no different than this. Really, it's no different than this.
I wouldn't consider it like, it is an ASIC because it does have an ASIC chip on it, but it just has a ASIC chip.
Right, it's a USB miner.
It's the S9. It's the S9 chip, if I'm not mistaken, is what the future Bitcoin one is. It's just a single S9 chip.
Yeah, it's
because their Apollo is a single L3 chip
at like 65-ish watts, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. But a 200-watt Bitcoin ASIC would definitely have a okay amount of hash rate. With as good as technology we have these days, it would have okay hash rate. It ain't having I don't think it would touch terahashes.
But it's definitely
maybe 1 terahash.
For 200 watts, you put that in the corner on a solo pool and be like, this is my fucking what the hell rainy day fucking thing.
This is my lottery.
If it hits,
my lottery ticket right there.
Right, exactly.
My 200-watt lottery ticket. It's going to cost you as much as a lottery ticket will a month.
Right. All day long, just be like, yep, that
pay you out a whole lot more. And it would be yours. And they're not going to take a 5% cut right as you get it.
Right.
If not more.
And I would love to hit. I'd love to hit 6.25 Bitcoin. Woo!
It's insane, man.
Like,
I can only imagine the people that have been hitting me recently, like with low amounts of hash rate. I'm like, that's just insanity, man. I mean, that happens all the time. Like people like, don't get it twisted. That happens all the time. It's just that the media is hitting on it more often now in the right cases. But that has happened all the time throughout all of these years. It's just like random people getting lucky. People get lucky. I mean, we watched that one guy earlier that hit 530 ETH in the block, had 2% luck. Like, that's low. That's a low percent luck. I mean, that's a pool, but still the percentage is low. If I'm not mistaken, the guy that had the 4 USB miners his luck was like 0.00008%. And here he is, dude. He's a freaking millionaire, like a Bitcoin millionaire. Talking about change your life.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Temporarily life changing.
That is forever life changing because you will never look at it the same again. That changes your life from then on out.
Yeah. Ask all everyone. In the whole history of lottery winning, there's been less than 1% of the people who have actually came out on the other side of it doing good.
Better off, yep.
Oh yeah.
They usually all up in the same spot or worse than they were whenever they started.
90% of them go worse. They're so bad because they don't
file for
realize. Oh
bankruptcy.
yeah, I got this house now.
Yeah.
A year comes by. Well, I mean, there's taxes. Sell it! Sell it all! It's gotta go!
Or when all their money runs out and then they're like, oh crap, I can't even afford this lifestyle anymore.
Right?
Oh no, what do I do? You file bankruptcy. That's what you do, sir.
You're gonna give this back to the bank for free almost. Thanks for renting.
I'm at 7% luck with a 25 millisecond bank. Heck yeah. Is it because BTC is centralized into less than 10 pools to making solo mining easier? Maybe. There's not a whole lot of Bitcoin pools anymore. There used to be a ton. Now there's really not. So solo mining might be theoretically easier because there's less pool competition, but those pools hold a lot of hash rate. So
and then you got to
hash
look
rate's
at
still there. It's just less pools to share it.
Screw the pools at that point. It's the big mining farms that don't need the pool. They are their own fucking pool. It's like those guys are still mining away. That's what's making it. That's what makes mining it solo fucking almost impossible. At the same time, some of these people have
are
been
extremely lucky that have won those solo blocks.
They've been lucky. Or they've been running their miners for years, and it was like it was inevitable at some point that they would hit.
That USB miner guy article said that he had them running for like 4 years like that.
Yeah. Yep.
So that's 4 years of them just eating electricity, doing nothing. I mean, well, doing a lot of work, but no return for 4 years. So you gotta are you gonna mine with, 1 megawatt of power for that long? Maybe, because you have a whole lot more hash rate at that point. But you're gonna have to pay. That
or are you gonna? Are you gonna? Yeah, it's
as
like
long as you're not blocking. So
or if you're a home miner with just a little bit, are you gonna stomach a let's say $125 electric bill every month for 4 years?
Yep.
That's $1,200 every year. It's like, oh my god,
a lot.
Yep.
It all adds up.
All about those little hashies.
All about them.
Right. We don't want any dropped hashes.
So guys, make sure you hit the like button.
Oh hell yeah!
Button. That bell notification. We were about to roll out of here, and then we started getting into a whole good conversation.
Right.
Which doesn't always happen here on this channel. On this show, a lot.
Right.
Usually we're about an hour in, and then we're out.
We did.
So we usually don't want to cut in. Because I know Chump Change is usually streaming right now too. But
right.
Good information is hard to come by these days, right? So let's share it with all of you.
Right. Definitely.
And I'm out of water.
yeah. I'm out of drinkage too. It seemed to evaporate in front of this mining door.
I've even walked away once to get more water, and then I'm now out of water again.
Right.
Right. May the hash be with you. That's right, fam.
Right. May your watts be low and your hash be high.
Is correct.
Oh yeah. And if you guys want to check out the Patreon links down below, you can check that out if you'd like to get some of that behind the scenes knowledge and be part of the end of the month Sunday sermon. It's awesome shenanigans, good knowledge, all that awesomeness. Definitely check out DogeLord.com and DogeLordCoffee.com because
Right.
you got to get that swag with a little bit of the drip. Yo, buy the drip.
By the drip.
And we'll definitely see you all you happy hashers on the next one, guys. Yo. And stay savage.
Recording